The Essence of Meditation. Chapter 9, The Ultimate Method. In the preface, I stated that, the main purpose of this book is to discuss the essence of meditation, not to teach specific methods or techniques for practicing it. However, there are still readers who continuously ask if I can recommend some good meditation methods. It seems that some people feel that this book is incomplete without such content. I didn't originally plan to provide such content, because there are countless meditation methods, which can fill many books all by themselves. Also, there are already numerous books and articles available on meditation methods, so unless I invented totally new methods, I would only end up repeating the descriptions of other writers. Unfortunately, so far, I have not invented any new methods. In fact, even if I could invent some new method, it seems unnecessary because by carefully observing the methods that have already been invented, you can easily find their common goal, which is to enable your body to remain still. In other words, maintaining stillness is the first and only element of meditation, and all methods revolve around that element. Among those various meditation methods, observing the breath may be the simplest and easiest to learn. However, even with such a simple method, there are many different variations. For example, some teachers recommend observing the flow of air in and out of the nostrils, some others recommend observing the movement of the air up and down the respiratory tract, and still others recommend observing the rise and fall of the abdomen with each breath. It seems that the focal point of the observation is not particularly important for observing the breath. I can even boldly guess that the observation itself is optional. In other words, whether you observe your breath or not is not the ultimate goal, which is nothing more than to keep your body still. So, why do we have so many methods? The reason is that if you tell people that meditation is just about doing nothing, and all they need to do is keep their bodies still, you will be considered a fraud, crazy, or foolish. After all, most people believe that any significant achievement can only be gained through considerable effort, and there is nothing in this world that can be achieved by doing nothing. Moreover, even if people believe in you, how long can they sit quietly and do nothing? You still have to tell them to do something while sitting there. Therefore, the more complex and profound the method, the more people it will attract. From that point of view, although those methods are not the ultimate methods, they are practical and indispensable, convenient methods, for the general public. Understanding the ultimate method of meditation, which is to keep the body still, as well as the various, convenient methods, derived from it, can resolve much confusion about meditation methods, making everything clear. For example, a common question asked by beginners is whether or not they should empty their minds during meditation and not think about anything. The answer is no, because whether you think or not, intensely or randomly, has no effect on keeping your body still. Your unconscious brain activates the sleep mode of the body only when it detects no movement of the skeletal muscles, regardless of whether your conscious brain is still awake and thinking. In fact, as the body falls deeper and deeper into sleep, you will have fewer and fewer thoughts, and you will eventually reach a state where there are no thoughts at all. But that is the automatic result of meditation, not its intended goal, so don't get them confused. In fact, there are many examples of this kind of reverse causality in practicing meditation. For example, pranayama, or breath control, is the yogic practice that is achieved by adjusting the speed, length, and interval of breathing to make the breath more even, with the meditator eventually reaching a state where the breath almost stops. In addition, a belly breathing technique, which involves moving the diaphragm up and down between the chest and abdomen to reduce chest movement, is often used in conjunction with pranayama. Actually, those changes in breathing are all automatic results of reaching a certain depth of meditation, and there is no need to practice them in advance. Such practices can often be a distraction for beginners. If the practices are forced on them, they may cause more and more chaos, until the beginners reach a point where they can't breathe smoothly at all and must start all over again. In the East, many people believe that meditation is about eliminating distracting thoughts and being focused, so they emphasize focus, focus, focus. However, too much focus can actually make you tense and exhausted. In the West, many people meditate to find peace and relaxation, so they emphasize relax, relax, relax. But when you can't find the feeling of relaxation, anxiety and restlessness can arise. In fact, both focus and relaxation are the automatic results of meditation, not its intended goals. Also, mindfulness, being present, living in the moment, and so on, are all the automatic results of meditation. That is because, in the highest stage of meditation, your thinking stops, and you naturally don't recall the past or imagine the future. At that moment, your consciousness is crystal clear, and your attention is fully focused on all the sensations and feelings inside. You are truly living in the present moment. In addition, many concepts created through the imagination, such as qi, dantian, chakras, meridians, and so on, have emerged among the various meditation methods. From a scientific perspective, most of these concepts can be classified as nonsense, because modern medicine has confirmed that they do not exist. However, for those meditators who experience those concepts in meditation, they must believe, like D.T. Suzuki, that there is a necessity of weaving imagination and fact together. Nevertheless, imagination is sometimes necessary because it can help us to achieve better results with less effort. For example, anyone who has studied geometry knows that imaginary auxiliary lines are often used to prove geometric theorems. In the realm of meditation, those imagined concepts are just like the auxiliary lines in geometry, used simply to help us find the truth easily. It is worth noting that in geometric proofs, when you add those auxiliary lines, you must use dashed lines to distinguish them from the solid lines that actually exist. Similarly, you should adopt the same attitude toward those imagined concepts that are created for the sake of certain, convenient methods, for meditating. If you are unwilling or unable to distinguish between imaginary and real concepts or even believe in more mystical illusions, such as divine vision, past lives, reincarnation, and various supernatural powers, or paranormal abilities, that can lead to embellishment and pretension at best, and forgery or fraud at worst. To quote Dr. Hushi, these words may be harsh, but they are my honest opinion. As you may already know, the fundamental reason for the emergence of these fantasies and illusions in meditation is merely the result of changes in the human nervous system that occur when the body sleeps. I have already discussed that extensively in the previous chapters, so I won't repeat that discussion here. It is said that during the decades in which Buddha spread his teachings, he preached a total of 84,000 Dharma methods to benefit every individual, in order to remedy the 84,000 different afflictions. As for meditation methods, even if there are not nearly so many, there are enough for all meditators to find the most suitable method for them through continuous experimentation. Any method that can keep them sitting or keep their bodies still is good and worth trying, because keeping the body still is the most crucial element of meditation. And since keeping still is really doing nothing, the ultimate method of meditation is also doing nothing. Vladimir Horowitz, who was born in Kiev, Ukraine, won 25 Grammy Awards in his lifetime and is considered one of the greatest pianists in history. He was known for his superb technique, tone, and performance effects. Horowitz often said, "Playing the piano is the easiest thing in the world." Although that may just be the humor of a master, I still want to express my disagreement. I don't play the piano and don't know how easy or difficult it is to play, but I know for sure that what Horowitz said is definitely wrong because meditation is the easiest thing in the world. I am not saying that because I call myself a meditation master, but because I cannot think of anything easier in the world than doing nothing. Ask yourself if there is anything in the world that is easier than that. If not, what are you waiting for? Start your meditation practice now.